In a world that constantly demands more of you, your time, your energy, your soul, there comes a moment when you have to stop and ask, what am I giving myself? You've spent your whole life being everything for everyone. The friend who's always available, the worker who never complains, the sibling, the parent, the lover, the fixer, the one who keeps it all together. But who's holding you together? Focus on you isn't a catchy phrase. It's a survival strategy. Because somewhere along the way, you started fading. Slowly, piece by piece, you became invisible, even to yourself. Today, that ends. This isn't just a motivational talk. This is a wake-up call for your spirit. A map back to the one person who truly matters. You, let me ask you something. When was the last time you made a decision solely for your happiness? Not to please anyone, not to look good, not to avoid conflict, but simply because it made you feel alive. When did you last listen to your own voice without the noise of society, family, or expectations drowning it out? Most people live their entire lives on autopilot. They wake up, go to work, fulfill their duties, respond to messages, meet deadlines, attend events, and in the process, they forget. They forget what they wanted, who they are, what they truly feel. They forget themselves, and that's the tragedy of our time. People who give everything but have nothing left for themselves. This isn't about being selfish. This is about self-preservation. Because if you keep pouring into others without refilling your own cup, eventually there's nothing left. No love, no energy, no motivation. Just resentment, fatigue, and an aching emptiness that no one sees. The world doesn't stop to ask, are you okay? It just keeps moving. It'll take from you as long as you keep giving. And if you don't set the boundaries, it will bury you under its expectations. But you can choose something different. You can choose to focus on your healing, your growth, your dreams. You can choose to say no to what drains you and yes to what fuels you. You can choose to be whole, not just helpful. The truth is, you were not put on this earth to save everyone else while destroying yourself. You are not a background character in your own story. You're not here to only serve, to only sacrifice, to only survive. You're here to live, to become, to thrive. And that starts the moment you decide that you matter, not in a loud, arrogant way, but in a grounded, quiet, powerful way. The way a mountain stands firm, even when the storm screams at it. The way the ocean holds its depth, even when the world only notices its surface. That's what focusing on you looks like: inner strength, quiet resolve, and deep self-respect. And make no mistake, it's not easy. Focusing on you means disappointing people who benefit from your self-neglect. It means facing the uncomfortable truth that you've allowed yourself to be mistreated, overworked, overlooked. It means walking away from what's familiar but toxic, and walking toward the unknown that offers peace. But here's what you gain in return. You gain clarity because your life is no longer cluttered with everyone else's expectations. You gain freedom because you stop living for validation and start living for meaning. You gain energy because you stop leaking it into things that don't nourish you. And most importantly, you gain you, the real, raw, unapologetic version of yourself. So breathe. Right now, wherever you are, take a breath for you. Not for the world, not for a task, not for a performance, just for you. This is the beginning of your return. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to justify it. You just have to decide that starting today, you are worth your own time, your own love, your own care. Focus on you. Because you're not just part of the story, you are the story. Asterisk, they told you that loving yourself was arrogance, that putting your needs first was selfish, that saying no meant you didn't care, that taking a break was laziness, that silence was weakness. They were wrong. From the moment you were born, the world began shaping you, not into who you are, but into what it needed. A helper, a pleaser, a silent soldier, a giver who never asks, a fixer who never breaks, a voice that comforts others but never speaks for itself. They taught you to be the bigger person, to turn the other cheek, to forgive, forget, and forfeit, to hold it together, even when it's breaking you apart. But here's the truth. Selflessness without boundaries is and you cannot pour into the world from an empty soul. You were not born to be a sponge for other people's pain. You were not meant to be the emotional landfill for everyone else's trauma. You were not created to carry weight that's not yours silently, endlessly, painfully. You see, the world praises the tired. It rewards the burnt out. It applauds the overworked. It celebrates the ones who give and give until there's nothing left to give. And then it moves on, but where? Does that leave you? Alone, drained, numb, wondering why you feel so hollow inside, because no one told you that saving everyone else while losing yourself isn't heroism. It's tragedy. It's time to rewrite the narrative. Caring for yourself doesn't mean you don't love others. It means you love yourself too. It means your needs matter. Your rest matters. Your boundaries matter. Your healing matters. You are not a machine. You are not a resource. You are not a role. You are a soul. A soul that's tired of pretending, tired of pleasing, tired of shrinking to fit spaces you've outgrown. And somewhere inside you, you know this, you're ready to break the cycle. You're ready to rise. But rising comes at a cost. You'll lose people who only loved you when you were small, silent, and sacrificing. You'll lose comfort, familiarity, maybe, even the version of you they liked better. But you'll gain something greater. Yourself. You'll walk with your head held higher. Not in pride, but in truth. You'll say no without guilt. You'll rest without shame. You'll take up space without apology. Because you are not here to disappear inside others, you are here to stand in the light of your own becoming. Asterisk, have you ever noticed how the world never lets you be still? From the moment you wake up, you're under siege. Notifications, messages, deadlines, demands. The moment your eyes open, your peace ends. Your mind gets hijacked. Your soul gets buried. And just like that, you forget you. You scroll through perfect lives on a broken screen, comparing your wounds to their filters, measuring your worth by likes, follows, and fake smiles. And without even realizing it, you start believing the lie that you're not enough, not successful enough, not attractive enough, not wealthy enough, not there yet. The world is loud, Jahanzeb, so loud that you can't hear your own voice anymore. So fast that you don't remember how to slow down, so demanding that you feel guilty for resting, so shallow that it drowns your depth. It distracts you intentionally, because the more distracted you are, the easier you are to control. The more you chase, the more you buy. The more you compare, the more you need. The more you forget yourself, the more useful you become to a system that doesn't care about your soul. You're told to stay busy, even if it breaks you, to stay connected, even if it costs your peace, to stay productive, even if you're exhausted. You're told that slowing down is weakness, that silence is laziness, that alone time is failure. But here's the truth. Silence isn't empty. It's full of answers. Stillness isn't wasting time. It's reclaiming it. Alone isn't lonely. It's where you meet you again. The world will keep distracting you because your power scares it. Because the day you stop and go inward, the day you stop chasing noise and start listening to your inner wisdom, that's the day you become dangerous. Because a man or woman who knows themselves can no longer be manipulated. They can no longer be controlled by trends, by fear, by fake love, by empty praise. A focused soul is a free soul, and freedom is the last thing the world wants you to have. So take a moment, even now, and ask, when was the last time I sat with myself and felt what I truly feel? When was the last time I turned everything off and listened to my own heartbeat? When was the last time I moved from alignment, not anxiety? We've become so addicted to doing that we forgot how to simply be. You are not a machine. You are not your productivity. You are not your phone. You are not your title. You are not who the world says you are. You are something far deeper. And the only way to reconnect with that truth is to unplug. Unplug from the noise. Unplug from the chase. Unplug from expectations that were never yours to carry. Because here's what they don't want you to know. When you silence the world, you start to hear yourself, and what you hear is powerful. You hear the truth about what you need, the truth about who you love, the truth about where you're hurting, the truth about what you're meant to do. But you can't hear that voice in a world that never stops screaming. So stop scrolling, stop chasing, stop comparing, start listening. There's a voice inside you that's been waiting to speak. It's been drowned by doubt, by distraction, by fear, but it's still there, and it's still you. You've just been too busy surviving to hear it, but not anymore. From now on, you make space, you make silence, you make yourself the priority, because the world doesn't care if you lose yourself, but you should.